Good morning, everybody. Welcome to my fishing channel, Interfishing. Today is Monday, April 28th, 2025, and I'm going to New Jersey. I'm going to tautog fishing today. It is 6 o'clock in the morning and it is sunrise right now. It's very beautiful out there. All right, anyways, this is a new boat for me. I've never taken any trips with Norma-K III, so it's going to be interesting. And this is a 3/4 day blackfishing trip. New Jersey allows to take up to 4 fish, 16-inch or longer in size, and the season is going to be closed in May. But this is really my last chance to fish tautog, so I'm gonna do it. Wish me good luck.
I'm driving from Philadelphia to Point Pleasant Beach, a small coastal town in New Jersey. Basically, I have to cross the entire New Jersey, which takes only about an hour if you drive on I-195. It's a beautiful morning, so the driving itself is something to enjoy. When crossing the bridge from Pennsylvania to New Jersey, I witnessed the sunrise, and it's absolutely gorgeous. Here on the East Coast, the sunrises are the best. The sky is clear and the weather looks perfect so far. In fact, I chose this day carefully checking the weather forecast, so it's kinda expected, but hey, you never know. As you will see later, the seas are very calm, which I'm very grateful for. When going out to fish in the ocean, never underestimate the weather, as it can quickly turn into a hell. A beautiful and relatively quick morning drive through Jersey woke me up completely, and now I'm approaching the marina. Norma-K III boat is docked in Ken's Landing Marina. It's located right by the Manasquan Inlet. The free parking lot is right next to it, and I see somebody is already waiting for me. I'm going to park my car here, change and take all fishing gear. This is the first time I take a trip on board of Norma-K, so it's worth taking a tour. This boat is 95 feet long, sailing year-round, but today I'm here for the Blackfish. The Blackfish, also known as tautog or simply tautog, is a special fish. Catching tautog is not easy. It requires some special rigs, techniques and experience, but more on that later. It looks like a typical fishing charter boat to me, but I have to say it is very clean, as stated on their website. Some spots at the stern are already taken, but it does not worry me because it seems like there is plenty of space on the boat. It might be a good idea to come here on Monday. Technically, I could go upstairs, but nobody fishes from there. As you can see, there are many other boats in this marina, but it looks pretty quiet in the morning. It's warm and sunny with virtually no wind. It looks promising. First of all, I need to register and get my boarding pass. As an option, I could rent a rod and join the pool, but I decided not to, because I have my own gear and I also read bad reviews about the pool. I found a spot on the bow with plenty of space. I think I'm going to stay here. The anchors are right in front of me, but it shouldn't be a problem. I'm not too close to them. Here is my grumpy morning smile. I am ready to go. It's 7 o'clock and we're leaving the port right on time. Since we are very close to the inlet, it will be quick. A quick but a very picturesque ride. There are 2 U.S. Coast Guard boats on the right. I can say that because of the red and blue racing stripe on the side. Another fishing boat, named Gambler, is hiding right behind. We're going through the Manasquan Inlet, which connects the Manasquan River with the Atlantic Ocean. Here on your right, you may see a very popular fishing spot, Lafran Point. It's a beautiful place by itself, but a lot of people drive here to fish the inlet. I myself spent a couple of summers fishing these waters from the jetties nearby. It was a lot of fun. During the high tide, the water pushes against the river current, and it looks like the river flows backwards. Flounder, bluefish, and striped bass love that kind of places, so it's always going to be a sweet spot. The only downsides of fishing from the jetty here are the high boat traffic, and it gets too crowded sometimes. Since I'm on a boat today, I won't have to deal with that. You might have noticed two anchors on this boat. Norma-K will use both of them for anchoring, which you will see later. Perhaps it's very effective for keeping the boat in one spot, which is important for tog fishing. As we are heading out of the inlet, the mates bring the buckets with bait. That's a live crab. Blackfish loves crabs, so it's going to be our primary bait. We are going to use the green crab and white-legged crab today, but togs also eat Asian and fiddler crabs. The secondary bait is going to be fresh clams. Most of the fish eat clams, and the blackfish is not an exception. However, they prefers the crabs over the other bait. We are leaving the inlet, and now we are in the open ocean. My tackle box has several things today. First of all, I plan to use a high-low rig primarily. I have prepared and packed in the plastic zip bags several of them. Each one has 2 medium-size hooks with different weight sinkers. Also, I have these plastic crabs that I kind of want to test. 8 ounces bank sinker is going to be my primary choice, but I can always switch to the 6 or 10 ounces sinker. Having these rigs packed in a resealable plastic bag is very convenient, and the double zipper always keeps them fresh. Just kidding. Alright, my first rod is a 6 feet 6 inches, heavy action ugly stick rod with a conventional reel from Okuma. I spooled it with a 30-pound test mono line. I've attached the rig to the line simply by looping it through the swivel barrel eye. This way it's easy and fast to replace them. Each hook has a pink bead next to it. It should help to attract fish attention. Having a 3/0 size bait holder hook and a 5 ounces sinker should be enough for the beginning. "20 minutes later, our boat is slowing down and we are preparing for dropping the anchors. As I mentioned earlier, the crew members will drop 2 anchors, which is a quite interesting configuration. It is a delicate process that takes 5 to 10 minutes. One thing I can tell, we are lucky with the weather today. The seas are very calm, and it definitely makes the process of anchoring much easier. captain will sound one short blast then, and the fishing begins.
I know Katie's in it.
I've decided to put clams on the first hook and a crab on the second one. I grab a whole crab and crash it with my boot. It'll help to release the juices in the water and attract more fish. It's also important to know how to put the crab on a hook because the blackfish is notorious for stealing the bait. The depth is about 60 feet at this place, and I'm sending the bait to the very bottom. I don't think I've ever seen more calm and beautiful morning in the ocean, so I enjoy the view while the bait's traveling through the water column. It kind of takes a long time to reach the bottom, so I may change the weight to 8 or 10 ounces later. All right, now I feel that it's at the bottom. Let's wait. Almost immediately, I started getting the bites. Not sure if it's a blackfish, but something is picking on it. When blackfishing, I need to keep the bait at bottom without moving it. Bouncing it off the bottom will scare fish away. Blackfish is known for being difficult to hook up. You may feel the first short tap-tap, but you have to wait until a big tap. Yep, something is on the hook. It feels small. Let's reel it in and get to know each other. Here it is, my first catch of the day. It's a giant. What looks like a baby tautog to me actually turns out to be totally different species. When I came back home and looked it up, I found that it was a Bergall. The Bergall, also known as cunner, chogset, or blue perch, is a small wrasse native to the northwestern Atlantic, ranging from the Gulf of St. Lawrence down to Chesapeake Bay. You can, actually, eat this fish, but I'm going to release it because I'm here for blackfish. All right, let's put another piece of clam and a new crab. I'm going to strip this clam to a smaller piece. The upper hook is for the crab. Before putting this medium-sized crab on a hook, I split it right in the middle and cut off its legs. This way it's not too large and it does not give fish a lot of opportunities to steal the bait by pulling it by the legs. It'll also release the juices to the water, which will attract more fish.
Now, let's drop it to the bottom and wait.
Soon after doing it, I'm getting the bites. Those are the small bites. It might be Bergall again, sea bass, or blackfish. You never know. It's really hard to set the hook, so I've decided to try something new. This time I'll use the entire crab. I've picked the smallest one and, using my pliers, cut its legs and claws off. To put it on a hook, I'll insert it through the leg, then pass it under the apron and pierce the hard top shell from inside out. Some people say that the hard top shell must be removed, otherwise it makes it easy for the blackfish to steal the crab. I'm not sure about that, but if you know something about it, please leave a comment below. As usual, I put a strip of clam on a second hook. This bait holder hook has a couple of barbs on its shank and it's perfect for it. It's time to test it. It's a good idea to bring a little towel or piece of cloth to wipe your hands. When dealing with a live bait, you'll have to clean your hands all the time. I'm going to tie it to the handrails next to me. The crabs go fast, and I'm going to go through a lot of them. One of the crew members comes over and I hear some good tips for blackfishing. Let's listen to it.
Kind of quiet.
Alright over here?
Yeah. Got a lot of bites in the first place, but now it's quiet.
Yeah, it's blackfishing. Ever blackfished before? It's a tough kind of fishing. It's not the easiest. You just want to keep that weight real still on the bottom. Yeah, you're gonna feel them tap. You know, you gotta wait for the right bite to swing.
Bite.
Yes, like you'll feel them peck at it the first few times, come back, peck at it, and then they'll really start hammering at it. Sometimes they'll hit it hard the first time though. You know.
Should I go with a clam or crabs are better?
You can try both, honestly, because they'll be chewing on both.
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to try a couple of other rigs. Of course, what kind of bottom fishing is it without snagging? It often happens during bottom fishing due to the abundance of rocks and strong underwater currents, but there's no need to panic. If your line gets snagged, avoid pulling too hard. Instead, give it some slack and a bit of time. More often than not, it will free itself. Aside from landing a couple of Bergalls and a small sea bass, I haven't had any luck catching a blackfish so far. Yep, just another Bergall. Maybe I should take it and make some tacos. What do you think? Let me know in the comments if anyone has a good recipe. By the way, Bergall has a very sharp spike near the anal fins, plus, they are very slimy, so it's a good idea to wear the gloves. It's almost 2 o'clock, and the fishing trip is coming to an end. Although I didn't have any luck catching blackfish this time, I had a great time and gained valuable experience and knowledge. Blackfishing is not easy. Not only does it require skill and technique, but catching a tautog at the end of the season is even more challenging. So don't get frustrated. Blackfishing is not easy. But once you catch one, it'll be very, very rewarding. And to prove it, here's someone who actually landed a blackfish during my trip. Check this out. Absolutely gorgeous, so I'll sit back and soak in the beautiful view. Marina. My cooler is empty today, but I'm happy because it was a great day on the water. The weather was a dream, the boat wasn't crowded, And even though I didn't catch any blackfish this time, I learned a lot about it. I discovered a new species, Bergall, and had a lot of fun. That's all for today. Thanks for watching. If you like the video, hit the like button and subscribe to receive new videos regularly. You also may find me on WhatsApp or Telegram. Check the links in description or scan the QR codes here. I'll see you next time.